Hi, I'm Alan Olson, and welcome to American Dreams. I'm visiting here today with Alec Atkinson. Alec, welcome to today's show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Alan.
So Alec is a young entrepreneur, and but already is out of the starting gate with a lot of energy. And Alec, for the listeners here, give us an overview of who you are and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, like you said, my name's Alec Atkinson, and I am currently a student at BYU, and I founded Harvest React back in June of this last year. And like you said, I've just been out of the gates running. So that's kind of what I've been up to.
Okay, so Harvest React, how did this come about? You're also in school, is that right?
Right. Yeah. So basically, the way that kind of got started, actually, I served a two-year mission for the LDS Church, and before then, I really wanted to get into business. And so, actually, junior year in high school, I did a program called DECA and started doing really well in business competitions. And then I went on to start a small speakers and lights company. So we'd rip apart cars and put new speakers and lights in them, and that did pretty well. And then I left that all after I graduated high school and served a mission out in Chicago, Illinois for 2 years. And then I got back, and I've been thinking, while I was gone in Chicago, we spent a lot of time on social media because of the pandemic, trying to help and serve people. And the biggest thing that I found was that, there's a lot of things on social media that can really be beneficial to companies that are trying to reach out to people, and whether that's in sales or service or different things like that. And so that's kind of where this Harvest Reactions came about.
It's interesting. A lot of people your age would be off looking at the fun things of life, video games, or exploring the outdoors, and there you are, problem solving already. And what is your major in school right now?
Yeah, so I am planning on studying business strategy, and I just got accepted into BYU's Sandbox program, is what it's called. It's a pretty new program, and it's basically like an incubator for startups. So you're put into a team, and you launch a company in college, and they give you credit for it. So pretty cool.
Excellent. So tell us about some of the projects that you're currently working on.
Yeah, so one of the biggest ones right now is kind of our e-commerce, what we do at Harvest React. And there what we do is we take between $30,000 and $40,000 investments from individuals, and we will start an LLC on their behalf, whatever they want to call it. And then what we do is we start basically automated drop shipping stores on Facebook, Walmart, and on Amazon. And from there, we have software with our partners called Wi-Fi Money and DBC Limited. And basically, what they do is they go on and find products that are selling well. And then we have retailers throughout the United States that we list those products on, and we build the drop shipping stores for people. So
it's a distribution model essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So And what inspired you to get started in this e-commerce space? You mentioned about being on an LDS mission and starting, social media, but how does that relate back to the e-commerce?
Yeah, good question. So, one of the biggest things I think is when I got home from my mission, I was just hungry to do whatever in business. And I actually met somebody before my mission that connected me with a guy named Willie Moeller. And he kind of introduced me to this space. Their company's based out in Florida. And from there, I just got really interested in e-commerce, basically. And I found some things that I think I could do pretty well, good job at. And so that's kind of where that interest started. Obviously, then Amazon's growing, Walmart's growing, Facebook Marketplace is growing. And so I wanted to get into that while I could. So,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you have employees right now?
Yeah, so we have about 5 employees in Utah. And then with our partners, every time we launch a store, there's about 4 or 5 employees on each store. And right now we're managing about 12 stores, our personal company. And then with our partners, they own about 700 of their own stores as well.
Oh my goodness. So you are scaling fairly quickly then.
Yeah. Yeah.
How has your business been affected by the pandemic?
Yeah, so I guess I can first talk about the social media side. So, right, more and more people are connecting via social media because of COVID, right? And they're spending more and more time on their phones. And so, that on in that regard, with the software we're developing currently, that we're hoping to release here in the next couple of months, um, it's grown so much. And our partnerships that we've had with the company Wi-Fi Money, like I mentioned, when we do this digital marketing, we help companies, that are very, very small, that have really not made their presence known on social media, more known, and help them leverage, different things like CRMs and those types of things. It's just really helped. The pandemic has really grown that with that kind of audience. And then obviously on the e-commerce side, right, that's been huge as well, right? More and more people are buying stuff online. I read an article on Business Insider the other day that, it's supposed to be the first year that e-commerce hits 1 trillion in sales, and I think that is totally true. So,
Oh my goodness, $1 trillion in sales.
yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow, that is. So in terms of the vision here, where do you see the whole thing going?
Yeah, so I mean, Harvest React obviously started out as just some basic software development. We started, doing some work for a large corporation, and then sold that off. And after that, we are building a kind of another version of, what we sold. And, we're hoping to kind of take that and grow that. And then on the e-commerce side, we want to keep growing. Right now, we're really pushing Facebook Marketplace and those types of things because it is such a new platform, and we're finding a lot of success on there. And so that's why we're like taking most of the investments that we're getting right now and putting it and throwing that into Facebook because really see that as a huge growth opportunity for us. So
So Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk all have one thing in common. Do you know what that is?
what is it?
They never finished college. So you have an opportunity to do a one up on them and launch a very successful business, impacting the world and maybe getting your degree at the same time. So they all started out, though, with good intentions.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm excited. I really hope that I can, finish my degree here at BYU. I really like it and I'm learning a lot. So that's the goal.
Well, hey, Alex, it's been a pleasure having you with us today, and we'll put a link up to your website. If a person were to reach out, how would they do that?
Yeah, they can reach out to me personally or through our website. We have a form submission that anything that they may need with their, digital marketing or on the e-commerce side or software, they can reach out. So
Very good. All right. Well, thanks for being with us today.